flash of light, a flash of light, a flash of light.
We're going to make it. We're going to make it. We are going to make it to Reno. Hey, you won't do it. You can't do this. You won't get killed. We'll get speeding tickets. I says, we're going to make it to the courthouse on time.
It was 1974, and Dennis and I had graduated from high school the year before. We had dated 2 years and had decided to get married. Living together before marriage didn't even cross our minds. My father had passed away. My mom was raising my youngest sister, Lana, and I on her own. Dennis's dad, Joe, was disabled, and neither family was capable of financing a wedding. We were looking for the most budget-friendly and economical place to get married. I was earning $1.35 an hour at the Bon Marché. Dennis was making $1.50 an hour drilling wells at Miller Jensen. We had decided on Memorial Day weekend, May 25th, due to the fact that it was a 3-day weekend and it was Arlen's birthday. Carolyn had called down to Reno to make all the reservations. Reno was sold out. In Eugene, we had already picked the hall to have the reception. So we had to get married May 25th to make the reception hall work. We got back home because we had the cake all ready, planned, and invitations were set out. We had to get to Reno.
The whole idea behind this young couple getting to Reno before 5 o'clock on May 24th, 1974, was to save them the money towards the marriage license, which if we got there before 5 o'clock, it would have been a whole sum of $5. After 5 o'clock, it was $15. That $10 was a lot of money. We're in Susanville, California. We look at the time, we won't make it. And of course, now the goal for me as being the designated driver was to get the boat there on time. It was a hot day. I think the temperature was around 85 degrees, close to 90. Away we go, out of Susanville. We ignored the speed limit. We didn't even know what it was. Couldn't even see the speed sign. We're going by them 90, 100, and anything else that was ahead of us, we passed. Much to our surprise, we were getting closer and closer and closer to Reno, but our problem was in Reno was the traffic, because this was Memorial Day weekend. I mean, we didn't even know where the courthouse was. We were just trying to find that out by hook or crook. So by the time we get into Reno, it was about 10 minutes till 5, and we still didn't know where the courthouse was. But with a stop and a question that we asked a car next to us, and by the time we hit the courthouse steps in Reno, we come in on a slide. We drifted we drifted up to the front steps. Julie and Dennis got out. It was 5 o'clock. Sorry, kids. We can't do it. You'll have to pay the weekend price for your marriage license. We probably could have got ourselves in probably more trouble trying to get there in the time that we were trying to save than the $10 was worth. But it was the experience of trying to make it happen. That's what it was all worth.
You know, this is one of the few towns in the world that never sleeps.
When Dennis and I decided to get married at such a young age, everybody thought, oh, they're just going to have kids right away. And we decided we waited. We didn't have any children for 5 years after we got married. We both worked and saved to try to buy a house, which our first house cost $49,000, and so we had saved for 5 years, and then we had our first son, Jad, and then 8 years later we had our second son, Jared. Yeah, and Dennis and I have been married happily for 36 years, and basically it doesn't really matter how much money you really spend on a wedding and all the trimmings and fancy and this and fancy that. It's basically about a commitment and love of each other and the memories of 36 years together. It goes by very fast.
Each second slipping faster than the last. The rate is unbelievable alone. And now the more I stumble, as I stumble, I can feel it coming on.